Sit down for a moment. Slow down your breathing and listen carefully. There was a reason you began this journey. A quiet reason. A personal reason. Before the goals became heavy. Before the days became long. Before life started testing your patience. You started because something inside you said, I want more. More growth. More meaning. More control over your own life. When the why gets stronger, the how gets easier. But here's the challenge. Time passes. Routine sets in, and slowly, we forget the why. We get busy. We get distracted. We get tired. And instead of living with intention, we start living on autopilot. We trade purpose for comfort, vision for convenience, dreams for excuses. And yet, deep down, that original reason still lives inside you. It hasn't disappeared. It's just been buried under doubt, under disappointment, under delay. Success doesn't disappear overnight. It fades when you stop remembering why you started. Because progress is not lost from lack of talent. It's lost from lack of clarity. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. But discipline cannot survive without purpose. If you forget why you started, every obstacle feels heavier. Every sacrifice feels pointless. Every delay feels personal. But when you remember why, pain becomes temporary. Effort becomes meaningful. And discipline becomes natural. This message is a reminder not to quit, not to rush, but to remember. Remember the dream that kept you awake at night. Remember the decision that changed your direction. Remember the promise you made to yourself when no one was watching. Because the moment you reconnect with your why, your strength returns, your focus sharpens, and your future starts calling you forward again. Stay with me. This is where the journey begins again. Think back, way back, to the moment you first decided to start. It wasn't an ordinary day. It wasn't a casual decision. Something inside you stirred. Something whispered, I want more. I want better. I want change. That moment, that spark, is your why. It is the reason that drove you to take the first step. It is the silent voice that told you, I refuse to settle. I will rise. Most people forget this. Most people drift. They start with a fire in their heart and end up simply going through the motions. But here's the truth. Your original why is stronger than any obstacle you will face. Obstacles are temporary. Pain is temporary. Doubt is temporary. But the reason you began, that is permanent. It is the foundation. It is the compass. It is the fuel. Think about it. When the work gets hard, when motivation fades, when results are slow, what keeps a person moving forward is not luck. It is not talent. It is remembering why they started. Because when your why is clear, discipline becomes easier, focus becomes sharper, and persistence becomes natural. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, but that bridge is crossed on the strength of purpose. If your why is weak, you won't walk across that bridge. You'll stop at the edge. You'll hesitate. You'll make excuses. But a strong why, that is unshakable. It whispers to you in the dark. It pushes you when you are tired. It reminds you of the promise you made to yourself. Your why is personal. It may not make sense to anyone else. And it doesn't need to. It exists for one person only, you. Some people start chasing money. Some start chasing recognition. Some start chasing approval. These are not bad reasons. But the strongest whys come from within, from the deepest corners of your own heart, from the life you envision for yourself. It is the why that says, I will not accept mediocrity. I will rise. I will improve. I will grow. When you reconnect with that why, something incredible happens. Your energy returns. Your focus sharpens. Your actions align with purpose. And you stop worrying about the noise around you. Failures no longer scare you. Obstacles no longer stop you. Delays no longer discourage you. Because your why is bigger than the challenge. Here's a key lesson most people miss. People fail not because the road is too hard, but because they forget why they began. They let the small discomforts distract them. They let the opinions of others shake them. They let fatigue convince them to quit. And in doing so, they lose more than progress. They lose themselves. But when you remember your why, you anchor yourself in clarity. You find your direction again. And every step, no matter how small, begins to add up. Reconnecting with your original why is simple, but it requires honesty. Ask yourself, why did I start this journey? What was the moment I said, I want more? What change did I promise myself? Reflect on it. Write it down. Look at it every day. Because a remembered why is a shield against distraction, a light in the fog, a compass when the path seems unclear. Remember, your why is not static. It can grow. It can evolve. It can become even stronger as you move forward. But it must never be forgotten. Every time you reconnect with that original reason, you recharge your mind. You rekindle your discipline. You realign your actions with your purpose. And that, my friend, is how great things happen. Not by chance, not by luck, not by magic, but by remembering why you started and letting that why guide every step forward. So take a moment now, close your eyes, breathe, and remember your why, because it is stronger than any obstacle. It is clearer than any doubt, and it is the starting point of everything you wish to achieve. You are on a journey toward growth, toward success, toward the life you imagined when you first started. And make no mistake, the road will test you. Obstacles are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are moving forward. Every challenge is a signal that you are stepping beyond your comfort zone. Life has a way of questioning every dream, every goal, every promise you made to yourself. The setback comes unexpectedly. The distraction arrives quietly. The challenge appears when you least expect it. And at first, it hurts. It frustrates. It tempts you to stop. You may think, maybe this isn't for me, or maybe I was wrong to start. That is the moment when most people quit. Most people give up. Most people forget their why. But here's the secret. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. They are opportunities to grow stronger, to learn patience, to prove your commitment. The person who succeeds is not the one who avoids obstacles. It is the one who faces them, who persists anyway, who remembers why they started. Think about this. A tree does not grow without resistance. Its roots dig deeper because the wind pushes against it. Its trunk strengthens because storms bend it. And so it is with you. Your obstacles are the wind. Your setbacks are the storms. Your distractions are the weight trying to hold you down. But if your why is strong, if your purpose is clear, you bend, but you do not break. Every challenge becomes a test of your discipline, a test of your focus, a test of your commitment. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. And this is what he meant. Obstacles are not meant to stop you. They are meant to build you. When you encounter a setback, do not ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn? How can I grow? When distraction comes, do not ask, why now? Ask, what is truly important? What matters most? Because every time you remember your why, the obstacle loses its power. Every time you focus on your purpose, the distraction fades. Every time you commit to the original reason you started, resilience grows. Now, I want to be honest with you. Resilience is not built in comfort. It is not built when the path is smooth. It is built in the struggle. In the moments you want to quit, but you don't. It is built when the work is hard and your mind says, this is too much. But your heart says, I started for a reason. And that is the defining moment. The moment that separates those who achieve from those who dream. Some people see obstacles as punishment. Some see them as unfair. Some allow them to become excuses. But the person who remembers why sees obstacles as teachers. Every challenge holds a lesson. Every setback holds insight. Every distraction holds an opportunity to refocus. You may stumble. You may fall. But if you rise again, guided by your why, you grow stronger than you were before. And over time, you begin to notice something remarkable. The obstacles that once intimidated you, they become small. The setbacks that once discouraged you, they become lessons. The distractions that once derailed you, they become insignificant. Because your why is bigger than all of it. Your commitment becomes the anchor in every storm. Your purpose becomes the light in every darkness. And your results, they begin to reflect the strength of your resolve. Remember this, success is not measured by how easy the path is, but by how committed you remain when the path is hard. So when obstacles come, and they will pause, take a breath. Look at why you started. Reconnect with that original spark. Remind yourself of the life you imagined. Remind yourself of the promise you made to yourself. And then move forward, slowly, steadily, deliberately. One step, one action, one decision at a time. Because every time you push past an obstacle, you are not just moving forward. You are becoming stronger. You are building resilience. You are proving to yourself that your why is real. And the beauty of it is this. The stronger your why, the smaller the obstacles appear. The longer your vision, the shorter the setbacks feel. And when you persist, guided by purpose, nothing can stop you. So embrace the challenges. Welcome the tests. Remember your why, because every obstacle is not the end of the journey. It is the signpost pointing to your growth, your commitment, and your eventual success. Life is busy. Life is demanding. Life pulls you in 1,000 directions. And in the chaos, it is easy, so easy, to forget the reason you began. At first, it feels harmless. Just a thought slipping away. Just a quiet distance from your purpose. But here's the truth. When you forget your why, everything changes. Not immediately, not dramatically, but slowly, quietly, imperceptibly. Motivation fades. Discipline wanes. Focus disappears. You start taking shortcuts. You start saying, I'll start tomorrow, or it's too hard today. Excuses become routine. Procrastination becomes normal, and the fire that once burned starts to flicker. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. But if you forget your why, the bridge collapses under your feet, because it is purpose that fuels discipline. It is meaning that drives persistence. It is vision that strengthens resolve. Without a why, you begin to drift. You work hard, but aimlessly. You move quickly, but in the wrong direction. You expend energy, but achieve little. And that, my friend, is a heavy cost. You see, forgetting your why doesn't just affect results. It affects your confidence, your identity, your character. Every day you lose sight of your reason. You lose a little trust in yourself, a little clarity, a little courage. You start doubting your decisions. You start questioning your ability. You start blaming circumstances. You start blaming others. And slowly, your dreams shrink. Your goals feel distant. Your purpose seems unreachable. This is the danger. Not failure. Not rejection. Not obstacles. The real danger is forgetting why you started. Because without your why, even success loses meaning. You may achieve, you may accomplish, you may even reach your goals. But if your why is gone, the satisfaction is shallow. The victory feels empty. The journey feels hollow. Now, consider this carefully. When you forget your why, you also forget who you are. Your identity becomes fragmented. Your focus becomes scattered. Your actions become reactive, not intentional. And the cost doesn't stop there. Your influence diminishes. The people around you feel the change. Your energy, your vision, your inspiration all fade. Success may come, but it will feel like a shadow of what it could have been. Because it is not guided by purpose. It is not built on intention. It is not sustained by passion. Here's the hard lesson. People fail more often from losing sight of their why than from lack of ability, resources, or opportunity. They forget the fire that started them. They let routine dull their ambition. They trade long-term vision for short-term comfort. And the cost is enormous, not just in results, but in who they become. Every forgotten why is a little lost identity. Every neglected purpose is a weakening of character. Every ignored dream is a quiet surrender. And here's the most important point. You don't need grand gestures to reconnect with your why. You don't need dramatic change. You need attention, awareness, intentional reflection. Remind yourself daily. Write it down. Say it aloud. See it. Feel it. Remember it. Because when you remember why you started, everything changes. Your discipline returns. Your motivation returns. Your focus returns. You see challenges as temporary. You see setbacks as lessons. You see effort as meaningful. And your energy aligns with your purpose. Without your why, life drifts. With your why, life flows. So ask yourself today, have you forgotten your why? Or has it simply been buried under the busyness of life? Reconnect. Reflect. Return to that reason that first set your heart on fire. Because the cost of forgetting is greater than any obstacle you will face. And the reward of remembering is greater than any result you could imagine. Life has a way of stealing our focus. The days rush by. The weeks pass unnoticed. And somewhere along the way, the why that started it all gets buried. But your why is not a one-time discovery. It is not a fire you light once and hope it burns forever. It is a flame that must be tended every single day. Motivation alone is not enough. Discipline and purpose are what sustain results. Purpose, my friend, is the compass of your life. Without it, your actions are scattered. Your energy is wasted. Your days pass, and you wonder why your dreams still feel far away. The simple truth is this. The more often you reconnect with your why, the stronger it becomes. You see, purpose is like a muscle. Use it, and it grows. Neglect it, and it weakens. So how do you reconnect with it? How do you ensure your why guides every step, every action, every choice? It begins with reflection. Take a few minutes each morning. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why did I start? See the vision you imagined. Feel the emotions that drove you. Hear the voice that whispered, I want more. I will rise. I will improve. Then remind yourself throughout the day. Even a small pause, a moment of clarity, a sentence repeated, this matters because of why I started. Consistency is key, not dramatic moments, not grand gestures, just daily attention to your purpose. When you reconnect with your why each day, it influences every choice you make. The small decisions suddenly matter. The daily habits become meaningful. The little actions you once ignored now accumulate into results. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. But those disciplines are meaningless without purpose. Brushing off your goals, ignoring your plans, following the noise, these are signs that you have disconnected from your why. Reconnecting daily also protects you from distraction. Life will try to pull you away. People, situations, doubts all conspire to scatter your attention. When your why is clear, distractions become easier to ignore. Setbacks become smaller. Challenges are viewed as temporary lessons, not permanent roadblocks. Here's another truth. Purpose fuels resilience. When you remember why you started, fatigue does not stop you. When you remember why you started, criticism does not sway you. When you remember why you started, hesitation loses its power. And reconnecting with your why doesn't have to take hours. Even a few intentional minutes each day makes a difference. A journal entry, a reflection, a spoken affirmation. The key is repetition. Daily reminders embed your purpose deep into your mind, into your habits, into your character. Over time, your why stops being a thought. It becomes a force, a natural guide, a lens through which you view every choice. And here's the beauty of daily reconnection. You don't just remember your goals. You become the person capable of achieving them. Your mind grows sharper. Your focus becomes unshakable. Your discipline becomes automatic. This is why so many people fail, not because they lack talent, but because they forget their why and fail to reconnect daily. They work hard. They try. They push. But they drift. And drift feels like effort without progress. It feels like struggle without results. It feels like disappointment. Do not let that be you. Instead, take responsibility. Return to your why. Check in with yourself every morning. Check in every night. Remind yourself, why did I start this journey? What am I building? Who am I becoming? This is not a one-time exercise. This is daily maintenance for your mind, your heart, and your vision. Because the life you desire will not come from luck. It will come from clarity, from purpose, from daily, intentional reconnection to the reason you started. And when you do this consistently, something remarkable happens. You begin to see progress everywhere. You begin to feel energy and focus returning. You begin to act with intention, not reaction. And the results you seek begin to manifest naturally. Remember, your why is your anchor. Your purpose is your compass. And the daily practice of reconnecting with both is the secret to lasting success. Start today. Reconnect with your why and let your life reflect the purpose you carry within. Because the person who reconnects with their purpose daily is unstoppable. You've started. You've faced obstacles. You've reflected. You've remembered. Now it's time for the most important step. Let your why fuel your success. Because knowing your purpose is one thing, acting on it consistently is another, and letting it drive every decision, every action, every day. That is the difference between ordinary results and extraordinary achievement. Your why is not just a thought. It is not a wish. It is a force that shapes your habits, a force that sharpens your focus, a force that propels you forward when the road is difficult. Motivation is what gets you started. Discipline is what keeps you going. But discipline alone is not enough. Discipline without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. Moving, yes, but nowhere meaningful. Your why is the rudder. It is the guiding principle. It aligns every action with your vision. When your why is strong, you don't need to rely on fleeting inspiration. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You act. You persist. You endure. Every task, no matter how small, gains significance. Every challenge, no matter how tough, becomes an opportunity. Every setback, no matter how discouraging, becomes a lesson. Because your why is bigger than the struggle. It is bigger than the delay. It is bigger than the doubt. And here's something few people realize. The clearer your why, the easier your decisions become. You no longer waste time wondering what matters. You no longer chase distractions. You no longer compromise on what is truly important. Every choice becomes aligned with your purpose. Every action moves you closer to your goal. Every day builds momentum. Success begins to compound. Your efforts, guided by purpose, create results far beyond what casual effort can achieve. And those results reinforce your confidence, your focus, and your resolve. But there is one condition. You must commit to letting your why fuel your actions consistently. Not once, not occasionally, every day, in every decision. Because the temptation to forget your purpose never fully disappears. Life will always try to distract you. Challenges will always test you. Comfort will always whisper, take it easy. Wait for later. Your why must be louder. Your vision must be clearer. Your commitment must be unwavering. And here's the profound truth. When your why is strong and your actions are aligned, success is not accidental. It is inevitable. The results may not come overnight. They rarely do. But every step you take, guided by purpose, moves you closer to the life you imagined. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Your why is part of that self-education. It teaches you focus. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you resilience. And it transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. So how do you ensure your why fuels your success? First, clarify it. Be honest with yourself. Understand the real reason you started, not what sounds good to others, not what looks impressive. What is meaningful to you? Deep down. Second, visualize it. See yourself living the life your why envisions. Feel the emotions. Hear the victories. Experience it in your mind daily. Third, Act on it consistently. Let every small decision reflect your purpose. Let every task, even the tedious ones, become a building block. Let your why guide your choices, your habits, and your priorities. Fourth, protect it. Guard your focus. Avoid distractions. Say no to what does not align with your purpose. Because the strength of your why determines the strength of your results. And finally, share it wisely. Not everyone needs to understand your why. Not everyone needs to approve. But your why must be visible to yourself always. A constant reminder that fuels action, strengthens discipline, and ignites growth. When you follow this path, something remarkable happens. You no longer chase results blindly. You no longer work without meaning. You no longer drift through life waiting for luck. You work with purpose. You act with intention. You achieve with clarity. And success, when it comes, is not just a measure of results. It is a reflection of your character, your discipline, your ability to stay true to the reason you started. Remember this. People who achieve great things don't necessarily work harder than others. They work with purpose. They work with a why that drives every decision, every day. So let your why fuel your success. Let it guide your actions. Let it shape your habits. Let it transform your life. Because when your why is strong, nothing can stop you. No obstacle is too great. No challenge is too hard. No distraction is too tempting. Your why is the power behind your progress, the force behind your focus, the engine of your excellence. Keep it close. Reconnect with it daily. Act on it consistently. And watch as your life transforms, step by step, decision by decision, into the extraordinary reality your why envisioned all along. And so, my friend, remember why you started. Let it guide you. Let it fuel every step you take. Life will test you. Obstacles will come. Distractions will try to pull you away. But your why is stronger than all of that. Your purpose is the compass that leads you forward. Reconnect with it daily. Act on it consistently. And let your actions reflect the promise you made to yourself. Because when you honor your why, when you stay true to your purpose, success is not just possible. It becomes inevitable. Keep your why alive. Live intentionally. And let your life be the proof of the reason you began.